This is my 2020 game room tour.
ScienceSpacies.
G'day invaders, welcome to ScienceSpacies, and yes, this is my 4th anniversary game room tour for 2020, and this is just a once a year opportunity for me to show off the mothership. And this could be the last year that I actually get to show off this room because we could be moving. And the room that we're looking to get, if all works out well, is going to be 4 times bigger than this room. So here's to hoping that that works out. But in the meantime, I'm going to grab the camera off the tripod as per usual and go through and show you the game room tour for 2020. Here we go. Alright guys, so this is a quick overview of the room. I will go into more detail in just a moment, but I'm going to go through the shelves first of all, because I know you guys love to have a sticky beak at actually what is in my game room collection. So let's head over to the shelf, and we're going to start up with the top. Let me get my camera adjusted. There I am. Okay, so we've got our Master System boxed items up here. The control stick, it's a left-handed controller, a bit odd. The Sega Light Phaser gun, which is still sealed in its box, and I know I cop a bit of a hard time about that. And a Sega Saturn virtual gun. The reason why I cop a bit of a hard time about that being sealed is that I take the mickey out of another guy on YouTube, the Top Loader, because he keeps everything sealed. And I just say, what's the point of keeping it sealed? But this one here, I can't use it. That's why it's sealed. I don't have a cathode ray tube TV to run on it. So, but one day I'll get to use it. Anyway, moving right along, we've got a lot to get through here. The Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, pretty cool. I got it cheap, so that's the reason why it's in the collection. It says 139 on the box. I got it for about half that. The 3D glasses, pretty cool. My Vita box is up there, the 32X. Now SimCity, that's probably one of the oldest boxed items I've got in this collection. It's an Amiga boxed game, the only boxed Amiga title I've got in this whole collection. We've also got the Super Multi-Tap for the Super Nintendo, still boxed, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Assassin's Creed. This is one of those games I saw the price tag and I went, yeah, I gotta get that. And I played it once. I gotta get on that. Moving on, we've got, I can't stand these things. Pop vinyl, what do you call it? The pop vinyls, the vinyl figurines. I can't stand these, but they was Sonic related, so I had to get them. Keep moving. Wolfenstein 2 has been moved to up here because I'm running out of room. One of my newest additions to the room is the control deck, the NES, in box, and that box is immaculate. It is absolutely in pristine condition. A shame about the actual NES itself. We've got some Nintendo related Pezzas, Yoshi and Donkey Kong. We've got Mario over there on the other side of the room. Earthworm Jim lunchbox, which I got last year. Also here, let me get to it, the Xenoblade Chronicles Limited Edition. That's one of the newest additions to the collection. We've also got a Sega Genesis back there, which I bought from the States simply to get Sonic and Knuckles. Also the limited edition or collector's edition statue from Sonic Mania from a couple of years back. I bought that off Cameron. We're going to move down to the next level now. So this is the Master System collection where it starts. Alright, so these are my Master System games, including the very rare Power Strike, which goes for a pretty penny. And it's the first game in the Musha Elite series. And you can see a few Sonic games, Sonic Chaos, Sonic 2, Sonic 1, And let me get this out of the way. This is a light that I used to have on display, but I've taken it out of the way for the time being. I've got 2 copies of Wonder Boy and Munsterland for some reason. I don't know how that happened. That happens quite a bit in my collection. Sometimes it's because I forgot I bought the game. So that's the Ocarina of Time. Ocarina itself. Just a nice little fancy thing to put out on display for my Zelda stuff. Penguin Land, Transport, Rustan, Action Fighter. Action Fighter's probably got the worst cover out of all of these. It's infamous. Oh, unless you count this, of course. My God, that is shocking. And moving on to the next level. And then there's some Mega Drive stuff there as well. Thunder Force 2, which I need to get 3 and 4 later. The Simpsons versus the Space Mutants, or Bart versus the Space Mutants. I'm sure that was sent to me as a joke. Thank you. Mario Lemieux Hockey, Sensible Soccer, Columns, Speedball 2, one of the best Mega Drive games out there. I'm going to move down now to the second row. Here we go. We've got the PlayStation titles, SmackDown 2. I've never played this. I don't know how I managed to pick. Oh, my old man sent that to me. That's right. So this was one of those titles that my dad sent in. Final Fantasy 8. Not a big fan of that, to be honest. Doom runs okay on the PlayStation, I guess. Super Street Fighter Alpha 3. Oh, it's just called Street Fighter Alpha 3, sorry. That's probably one of my favorite games on the PlayStation. It just holds up so well. Game Boy that I bought last year off a colleague. It's still, I won't show the back, but it's got his name on the back. A LCD Burger Time type of Game & Watch clone. Now, these are all loosies and stuff. This is the hard part about collecting, is that I've got no room to put this stuff. Even as I'm talking now, I'm trying to find room to move things around. It is getting harder and harder, which is why I need a bigger room. There's my PlayStation titles. And in front here's where I keep my loose collection, which I'm trying to work out how to go about maintaining this. I bought this Famicom game because it's a follow-up from a Sega SC3000 title that I really liked. Super hard though, rock hard game. Everyone knows this one. This is a cartridge that I used to use to be able to play Gunstar Heroes, that's right, on the Mega Drive. It was a Genesis version that I had. Turtles in Time, let's get through these quickly. An Intellivision title, which I have never used. Lakers versus Celtics, I bought this on the off chance that it might be the rare version. It's not. This is a similar to a Everdrive, and it kind of worked but didn't. Mother 3 on the Famicom. I don't even have a Famicom to run it on. Sonic and Knuckles, I've got multiple copies of this, but this is the one that I first got. Puyo Puyo, love that. Alex Kidd in Enchanted Castle. God, I hate that cover. I prefer the Japanese cover. That was one of the titles that was stolen from me back in the 90s. Then we've got Sega Chess. That was a donation from Cameron, thank you very much. Spellcaster, can't remember how I got that. I think that's also from Cameron as well. It is too, that's right. Spaceys, I bought that in Japan. Space Invaders for the Game Boy, also bought in Japan. And another one from Japan, which is Balloon Fight, the Famicom Mini Classic series, and also, yes, you know what that is, Super Mario Bros. 3. Moving on over to the third, we're going to do this row by row down. As you can see, I need to rework this shelf. What I'm hoping to do is buy more shelves and just be able to put more stuff up here. Ultimately, I'd like to be able to put these kind of things away so that they're not blocking what's in front, but that's going to involve getting more bookshelf space. I like this. I showed it off last time, and I'll do it again. I just like the sound of it. It's going to run out of battery one day. That's the Miss Pac-Man I got from Kmart. These are all my Game Boy Advance collection, including Shark's Tale, which will stay sealed. It will never be opened again. Golden Sun. I've got to play that one day. My Game Boy Advance, with the Game Boy Advance connector cable. Yeah, this thing here is aging badly. The plastic is getting old, but it's a 20th anniversary Sonic. I might one day have to take him out of that box and display him outside of the box because the box is deteriorating over time. Pretty bad. There's a Famicom keyboard in the background there, you can see. A lot of this stuff is self-explanatory. The Switch Pro Controller, I only just recently picked that up. And here in the corner, I've got a Game.com game, and it's gonna stay sealed. Sonic Jam, black and white game. Probably one of the few black and white games I've got besides the Game Boy collection I've got there. Moving down, and this is when I have to get down on my knees. Ow! Okay, some more just knickknacks. There's no games here, just, you know, some random stuff that I got on display. My Game Boy collection. Probably one of my favorite games in amongst this is this. I found it for the first time, just lying in the bottom of a cupboard. Nothing really to speak of interesting here. Oh, I do have though the 10-year anniversary Dreamcast Sonic Adventure game, and Sonic Adventure 2 I should say, and that's my rather small, embarrassingly small Dreamcast collection. That's all I owned. Quite dismal. Moving down to the next level, Halo book, which I got in Vinnie's secondhand store. Just some more Xbox games. Mortal Kombat's soundtrack, which I got from the Gamesman when I was working there. This is pretty rare. So this is pretty rare, a Sonic Mechanic pencil, and I've been trying to look for these since, and I just cannot find them. I wanted to get more, but cannot find. But yeah, I don't know why I've got 3 copies of Midtown Madness free. I'll probably give the other 2 away eventually. My GameCube collection starts here. The Negcon controller. That thing is a beast. Down here, the Wii collection starts. I'll pan across slowly. There's nothing really overly interesting back there in the Wii collection. A lot of shovelware, but there is some good games to be had. Gotta be super careful with some of these because they are getting rare and hard. I just want to keep that in its original condition. And Wii U continues on over here. Some knickknacks and controller. That's my Neo Geo mini controller, which I've got 2 of. I bought some replacement NES parts, so I do want to restore my NES and get it up and running properly. Down on the bottom, oh my god, we're getting down to the bottom of the barrel. All right, so we got the Wii U boxed items down here. A couple of bubblegum packs that I got from Japan with Mario. Let me pull one out. Mario Party. You can buy that stuff in like 7-Eleven stores everywhere in Japan, and I picked up a ton of them. Some Sega Arcade towel wipes that I nicked from the Sega Arcade store. My old original camera. This was one of the first cameras that I filmed with when I was starting up my channel. Now it's just kind of retired, but it is a beast of a camera. It's a 7D Canon camera if anyone's curious. Some chocolates. I don't know if that's really probably advisable to eat those now. They're probably expired. Yeah. Oh wow, 2017. I won't be eating them. Over here, this was sent in to me by Hyrule is Evil on Twitter. Thank you very much. That's the Justifier. And what's behind here? Oh, of course, Mario Kart Wii. I didn't own this until much later in the game, so I'm glad I did pick it up along with a steering wheel. Yeah. And it's just some more Xbox games down here. And this here is probably one of my favorite controllers I've picked up recently. All right, we've got Sonic Mania up here, and this is the Mega Drive stuff, including my few red Genesis items, Sonic, Knuckles and Phantasy Star 4, Spinball. I haven't played this one yet. I picked this up and I still haven't gotten around to playing it. Oh yeah, I picked up Quackshot and Aladdin, two awesome titles. And I picked also, which one was it? This one. I still haven't played this. So that's another one that I just recently picked up. I can't remember buying these. Moving along, this is something I was speaking to G to the next level, and he was talking about how he hates these thicker Genesis titles, and I agree. I don't understand why EA had to make these wider titles, but they did. Power Slide, Global Gladiators, Bubsy. Yes, I do have a copy. And I'm going to pause for a second while I just take out all of these so I can show you what's behind, because I know you guys want to see this. Alright, and the rest of the Mega Drive, we've got Populous, which is one of the few cardboard games I've got on the Mega Drive. I'll pan across very slowly. You can pretty much see what I've got there for yourselves. Now, I've got 2 boxes for Sonic 3, but I've only got 1 copy. This one is empty. There is nothing in there. And I've got the Japanese version. I need to get a loose cart Sonic 3 so I can complete that. This is Volvive, I believe. No, WrestleBall. Oh, that is an awesome title. You guys should check that out. Mega CD stuff continues on over here. And I've got some more Mega CD items over here. Pretty cool. All right, gonna move on to the PlayStation 2. Oh, by the way, gotta love the scarf. So I've got a Street Fighter 2 scarf, and this one is a Pokemon scarf that I got from Hiroshima, which features their baseball team, the Carps. And this is only available in the Pokemon store in Hiroshima. Not too bad. All right, so PlayStation 2. I'm not the biggest PlayStation 2 fan. It's not a system that captured my imagination like everyone else did. That was picked up from a colleague for me from Japan. These are super rare. So we got the there's a story attached to this. You got to be following Sega Master Tim on Twitter to get the full story on this. But basically, Sega were throwing this out as a prototype, and he went in the dumpster and picked it out. But apparently, you can get these online. They did manage to sell them in Japan as well, but they're not that common. They're very hard to find. And I found out that there is a Tails one of this. I'd love to get that. Super hard to get though. These are the Sega World here in Sydney, the Sega World cards that allowed you access to the centre, and also they allowed you to play the arcade games, and they kept how much money you had on the card, which was pretty revolutionary for the time. We've also got my badge. I have a video based on that badge and the story behind it. That's really early video actually. Up here I've got a set of stamps, which is a Australia Post exclusive celebrating 40 years of Space Invaders, which was pretty cool. Also, sorry, trying to keep it steady. Yeah, some Space Invaders stickers. I got 2 lots of them. Always. Oh, I didn't realize. I forgot I had Matrix on PSP. So there's my collection of PSP games. Not too shabby. Let me get to this row. Is there anything here? Nirvana. I've got the Nevermind. The story of making Nevermind. I don't think, ironically, I don't think the film clip's on that DVD. They just tell you the background story, and the film clip's not actually on the DVD. Bit weird. Okay, next level down. This is where my NES collection starts. For the first time, I can boast that I own NES games. So we've got DuckTales, we've got Battletoads, Super Mario Brothers, the original. We've got Super Mario Brothers 2, we've got Super Mario Brothers 3, and a case for a new game that I will get later on down the track. You go back up here. Oh my God, you got no idea how hard it is to record this video. It is super tricky. All right, you can go there. I'll clean you up later. We got Tails. This is where another part of the games cupboard that I'd like to clean up. It's just a bunch of stuff on display. I got my GameCube. This is my Australian GameCube. The reason why it's sitting up here is because the Japanese one is on at the moment. All right, and down here we've got a Famicom limited edition just sitting there. not really been looked after properly. I'll have to get that on display. Again, it all comes down to lack of room. That is one of the ugliest controllers you'll ever see. That is a Sega Saturn SS Joypad DX. DX ugly, that's what it is. Got my Poker Walker, which goes with Heart Gold version. My Nintendo 64 titles, along with the PS3 titles, and a Wii U controller, Pro controller, which is one of my favorite of all time. Favorite controllers, that is. Moving down, Cameron Rage Quit. Okay, yeah, that was a pickup I got recently. He does a lot of gaming related soundtracks. A Watchtower from Nintendo Club, my Neo Geo Mini, my GameCube collection from Japan. Out of all these, I have to say my favorite, Pikmin. And actually no, I'll change it. I think this is one of my favorite GameCube games in amongst this collection here, in amongst this lot. That was a game, a Kirby that I won from Japan, from a Sega arcade, ironically enough. I find that a bit weird. And this is my DS and 3DS collection. Just quickly, I'll show you quickly there. A GameCube controller. It's one of my favorite controllers. I do like it. It was almost in the top 10. God, that could be a bit cleaner. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get to that. Another face tower to match this one. I got the matching one there. All right, and oh yeah, PSP box and a Vita title. There's not enough love for the Vita. Let me get these out of the way. That's my Vita collection. Not overly big, but I do love myself the Vita, and I've got quite a few digital games on that. We're gonna move along. Okay, down here is the Xbox 360 titles. The only 32X title I've got in my collection. This here is one of my most successful videos. There's a video based on this, which is a Nintendo. I'm used to saying Nintendo clone, a Mega Drive clone. That was a HDMI cable that I bought because the Wii U HDMI cable breaks. So I had to buy a replacement, hoping this one lasts longer. My Xbox 360 collection, quite extensive. All right, so yeah, that's the Xbox 360 collection, which does go on for quite a bit. There's my Neo Geo Mini, or Classic. Good game, this one, good game. As you can see, I've got no script, I'm just running on the fly here. So that's the rest of the Xbox 360 titles. Time Shift. How come I've never played that one? So many titles in my collection that I have not played. So this is a section of the collection that is needing to be tidied up somewhat. There's a fire extinguisher. I need that because I work from home. It's a health and safety prerequisite. Oh, look at that. That's SynSpaceys bag, which you can find on synspaceys.com. Anyway, moving along. Yeah, so this is a section that I need to tidy up. Xenoblade Chronicles limited edition box, which I bought from Cameron. Also the collector's edition guide. Down here is a bunch of magazines, including quite a few magazines from articles or magazines featuring articles from yours truly. That's the Megazone side, and that's the Hyper Magazine side, I believe. So this all needs to be tidied up. Yes, there's Bubsy again. What the hell? Now these loose Super Nintendo titles were all from my dad. He picked them all up for about $10, and lucky me. So I managed to pick them up. And this was one that I recently picked up from Japan. Super Mario RPG, but I'll never get to play it. It's in Japanese. I'm not very Japanese minded. So the Mega CD titles that I showed you before. Sonic the Hedgehog toaster. Got to toast fast. My Sonic Mania collection, collector's edition, gets its own shelf. Bit greedy. Sonic Generations collection. That is awesome. That was a donation to the channel by Goffioso. Major thank you for that. You got no idea, man, and how much I enjoy having that in the collection. It is so cool to have that. We've also got some more Sonic random stuff. Now, this is a section of the room that I do not like. Bags and plushies and stuff like old Sonic pillows. This is a part of the room I really do like to get tidied up. And this is, I've always wanted an arcade machine in here and it's just never happened. Oh, look at that, more merch you can get from cinspacies.com. And also my Pikachu. These are some videos that I've got out from my old video collection that I'm putting over to digital. I'm moving them over. And as I was just about finished, my old computer, my old laptop just died on me, flat out died. All right, now we're gonna go over to the upper section here. And up here we've got some more random stuff, including the SC3000 collection, my very first computer, Earthworm Jim on the Super Nintendo boxed. It's a pretty cool collection here that I've got. One day I'd love to display it properly. My little Sonic shrine and some just random knickknacks up here. My SC3000 computer. That's the very first console that I ever got to play and own. And here we've got my Sega Saturn collection behind a Master System. Sorry for the dodgy camera work here. I'm holding the camera up high on a pole. We've got the Dreamcast, of course. And last of all, but certainly not least, is my YouTuber of the Year award for 2017. I'd love to win another one of them one day. It's gonna happen. Plus, we've got the Amiibos, which everyone sees on all my videos that I do. And this is an addition to the room that I got last year from Cameron. Major thank you for that, Cameron. And plus, he sold me his Shadows. Shadow the Hedgehog. So that's another addition to the channel. Thank you to Cameron for allowing me to add that to the collection. So as you can see, this is the actual layout of the mothership though. This is the part of the room that I'm probably most satisfied with at this stage. And I did a lot of decluttering to get it to this point. So I am super happy with how this room is turning out over in this section of the room. It's just my gaming shelves are getting cluttered to the point where I need more space. So that's letting my room down a bit. But I'll go through what I've got here. That's my GPD XD. You've got to love that skin. For those who don't know what this is, it's basically an emulator machine, very similar to what you see next to it, which is a 3DS XL. This thing is a beast. This thing is just a joy to look at. Look at it. It's a Samus Returns limited edition, and I love the color on the back. It is such a cool combo, that one. The reason why these cables are here is because I'm going to begin doing some cable management, because if you look down here, there is no cable management going on at the moment. And I do want to do a video on this later. I want to get this set up. I want to get it to the point where it's absolutely 100% presentable for doing photo shoots, etc. But anyway, we've got the Switch here, my Sonic mats, which got a lot of attention on a tweet that I did recently. I bought these from eBay, and there's quite a lot to choose from. They are not genuine or authentic Sega products. They're just basically something shipped in from China. But I think they turned out rather well. Would I recommend them? No, because the print quality's not all that great, but they just look good on a photo shoot. But when on closer inspection, you can see that the print quality is not as clean as I'd like it to be, but it still looks cool. We've also got some limited edition controllers back here, and my Switch Pro controller. I've tried to keep the clutter down to stuff that I just use on a regular basis, including the GameCube. Love the GameCube and the Sega Saturn. I've got my hue lights, so they're the ones that you see on my streams that flash multiple colors. This is just my little presentations room when I do photo shoots. That orange cable that you see there is going to my Nano Yeti. I had to replace the cable that came with it because there was no flex in this part of the cable, and it was leading to the cable bending and breaking, which was quite disturbing. So ever since I've got this cable replacement, that has not been an issue. My rather sick G910 Logitech keyboard, I love that, along with my Stream Deck and also my Devoom TV. There's a lot of cool stuff here. I love just sitting here and admiring this stuff, I do admit. That's another portable recorder that I've got for doing audio. And that wallpaper that you see, yes, that is a wallpaper, not a screensaver. That is using an app on Steam called Wallpaper Engine. It's only $6 and it's got some rather cool, like I'll change it for you, just 1 second. So as you can see, you can change the wallpaper over to some pretty cool, wallpaper, retro themed wallpaper that is uploaded onto their server. And it's all free, except you got to pay $6 for the actual app. But once you got the app, all these wallpapers are free. So that's been my game room tour for 2020, and it's amazing how quick that time has flown. I remember starting off the channel with a video camera, and actually it was this camera here. So I started off with just this camera and a Disney mic. Yep, a Disney Sing It mic. And no idea of how to stand in front of a camera and deliver lines to you guys. I had no experience with it whatsoever. And it's something that I've just learnt over the years on how to get better and better as I go along. Not to mention all the technical side of all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. So it's never ending. There's still a lot of stuff for me to learn. Just yesterday I learnt how to do something with the volume balancing in the program that I use, which is Sony Vegas. I had no idea that that function was there. So always learning something new, and I hope that I can get my my videos to get a little better, and my delivery. I'm still stumbling as I speak here in front of a camera. It's not something I do for a professional, on a professional basis. For those of you who are curious, I actually work in insurance. I mean, this whole YouTube thing is just something that I do for laughs on the side. But I'm always hoping that one day that I can make this into something more than just a hobby. I would love to be doing this on a full-time basis, but here's to hoping. Maybe I got into it too late. I don't know. But anyway, hope you guys get a chance to check my Twitch channel out. It's down below. I stream Tuesday and Thursday and every Sunday. And have I got anything else to plug at the moment? Oh, Instagram, social medias such as Facebook and also Twitter. But yeah, hoping to see you guys in 2021, maybe in a different room. In the meantime, my name's been Brian and I've been gaming since Spaceys. Thanks guys.
Since Spaceys.